Hey guys, today I want to share with you a couple of facts about what it is like to be a data analyst. For those of you who are here for the first time, my name is Chris and I live abroad for about 8 years, and I worked as a data analyst for about 2 years. 1 year was in Poland and 1 year was in Germany. So please, if you think that this channel will be useful for you, subscribe and hit this like button. First of all, I think I realized that the data analyst profession is actually a creative profession. This is not just about working with numbers. This is actually very much about understanding what exactly CEO wants from you. You don't actually stay with your numbers one-on-one. You have to interact with different people every single day, and it is really important how you interpret and how you will see through the numbers that you've been given, because you will have a lot of requests which are not 100% clear, and you have to ask yourself, and you have to ask the people who are coming to you every single day, what do you mean by this? What do you mean by that? What stands behind these numbers? Why those numbers are so low? And so on and so forth. It actually reminded me a lot about journalism, because in journalism, everything is about asking the correct question. And if you're asking lousy questions, you will get very boring interview, you know. It's just all about going deep. It's all about seeing through these numbers, this like data sets. It's not only about writing queries or so, everything about understanding and interpreting. It appears that you not necessarily have to love math in order to become a data analyst. Well, many people, if they ask who am I by profession, and if they hear data analytics or business analytics, they hear, oh, it's a lot of mathematics, it's a lot of numbers, it's a lot of economic knowledge, so no, forget about it, I will never do it. Well, this is not true, because, for example, I'm a physicist. Yes, okay, I've been working with numbers for quite some time in the university, but I was never in love with numbers. I've been never in love with math. That was my weakest subject every single year in school. I think it became a little better in the university, but it was still not my favorite thing to do. In my opinion, in order to become a very good data analyst, you have to have 4 qualities. You have to be stubborn. You have to dig deeper. You have to have good imagination, and you have to be able to provide experiments. You have to be open for experiments and for new knowledge, and you have to know your tools really well. It is not only about the numbers and data analysis. I see it as transdisciplinary job, where you have to actually be able to dig out this data, this specific data you need, all by yourself. If you expect that you come to the office and do your SQL queries all the time or write your code, this is not necessarily supposed to be true in the end, because, for example, when I've been working both in Poland and in Germany, I thought I will only do the reports, but in the end, I actually learned many things that have nothing to do with data analysis, starting from, well, okay, I've been working with Google Analytics a lot, like Excel and so forth in the very beginning. Then I learned SQL and R. Then I learned what it is Google Tag Manager. I learned a bit of JavaScript. I learned jQuery. Later, I learned many kind of things, like also Tableau software, and I used to work a little with some email tool. I don't even remember this name. Well, anyway, be ready to actually absorb as much information and get as much tools in your inventory as you can, because this is what it is about. This is about having fun. So please let me know in the comment section down below, how do you like being a data analyst? How long have you been working? And maybe share one little fact about, like one fact that you learned from your experience about this job. That was Chris. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.